Okay, so I have an NFT long-term project idea. I own a lot of art. Some of it good, some of it bad, some of it the best I've ever seen. And if you follow my Twitter at Stills Emotions, you'll see I was promoting some of the best art I have from my late great aunt Julie Wang. And one of the last posts related to that was of this box. And you can probably guess what's in here, and no, it's not Schrodinger's cat. My grandfather, before he passed away, he scanned most of what was in here, and he took some of the greatest photos I've ever seen of New York. And he was a freelance photographer going back to the 50s. That was because of Romeo. Now, to start, it's starting with my grandfather's photos. Well, first I'll say the project it includes my grandfather's photos, my great aunt's greeting card drawings, and some of my photography. So the idea I have is to put all the best photos and all of my great aunt's greeting card drawings on Bitcoin ordinals, and I just found out about that, so I think that's the best way to go to preserve my family's art and make money. So in the meantime, though, I have to look into that. I have to understand how exactly that works. But for now, I'm going to promote an idea for an NFT project I have, which I'll talk about later. But just to give you a sneak peek on what I have as far as my grandfather's photography, some of these prints actually haven't been scanned, but many have. And this is some of what. So we got Brooklyn Bridge. This is what he considered his greatest photo. He said it was his greatest because he had never seen a photo of like this with the wires crossing. This is a picture of a homeless man. He once said that he thought he captured his soul with this picture. It's actually a picture he couldn't find. He was looking for it, and he said, he once took a picture of a homeless man, just the look in his eyes. This, I'm not sure what this is. Well, I know it's plain, but I don't know how he took it, when, or why. This was in Mexico. He was stationed down in New Mexico in the Air Force. I'm not exactly sure where, all the details involved in that. Yeah, that's something I'll look into, and I'll probably put that in a different video. This is the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know what year. It's actually, it might even be here. During this, I think that was an article. He took pictures. This was probably like in the 60s. Looks like classic Mad Men era. So, let's see if I can show you more. Okay, so yeah, this is a cool one. This is when they had him, he was able to go up on, like, into the ceiling, and they let him take pictures of the floor from the ceiling, which is kind of cool. This is classic, 70s New York, right by the Holland Tunnel. bit. So, we got airport, Grand Central Station. So these prints are made in its own darkroom, and some of these prints I haven't found on his computer. He scanned about, I'd say, maybe like a quarter of all the negatives he has, and he has thousands of negatives. Many pool photos. He was a pool photographer for Billy Digest, also for his own sake, because he loved pool. And the idea is to put some of these best photos and more on Bitcoin ordinals, whatever that is so far. Yeah, so after that, then I'll put, and if you follow my Twitter at Stills and Motions, you'll know of some of the art in here, and I can make a video on opening that up, organizing all the greeting cards. But that's basically it. And I'll cut here, and I'll go to the computer and show you what I have in mind to get things started. This was probably in Juarez, Mexico. He was stationed in El Paso in 1953-ish, and he said it cost a penny to cross the border and 2 cents to come back, and he and his friends would go watch bullfights. April 27, 1958. I think this was his gig for this paper. I originally found out about NFTs about a year ago and did some research on how market flows, what NFTs really are, IPFS, marketing, and got stuck. Just recently, I found out about Bitcoin ordinals. And I think that's the best place to put my family's best art for the long term and to make money. That's originally why I got into NFTs and wanted to learn about NFTs. That's why everybody does. And I was definitely interested in preserving my family's art online. So I did some research about IPFS and things like that. And yeah, again, I got stuck. But now with Bitcoin ordinals, it's almost like there used to be a Sticky Fingers, a chicken place on 8th Street between 5th and 6th, and people would color in dollar bills and put it on the walls, and that's exactly what I picture Bitcoin ordinals to be. Each Satoshi is going to be like an original JPEG. But for now, it costs like $200. There's no marketplace for it yet, as far as I understand. So for now, I'm going to promote my own photography and some art I have on OpenSea. And action. I own a lot of art.